Welcome guys to another video, and welcome back to my cruise ship tutorial here in Minecraft. So today it's part 7. Pretty much we're just going to be continuing the upper decks and hopefully doing it a lot cleaner than I did last video. So let me pull something up here. Alright, so between last video and this one I pasted in the ship. This is a Triumph if you guys haven't seen it before. So I pasted it in because I feel like it'd be good to look at what a finished ship's sort of upper decks look like. So yeah. So now, after we look at that, and I'm going to use it for some help as we do this, but so last video we left off up here, off video, I made a little basketball court design because this is where the basketball court's going to be. So I pretty much put it in here. So yeah, and then I also started this little thing right here, which is the first thing that we'll do. Let me turn that off because that's annoying. This is the middle of the ship. So this is going to be like a little extra deck. Here I'll use Valor as an example. So it's going to be pretty much this deck, which is just pretty much an extra little area with some deck space up top for sun chairs or hot tubs or whatever we end up putting up there. So this is so I might actually change this right here. I might make this more of a actually nah, this is my own ship. I'm not gonna copy another ship just because. Alright, so I'd like it to be here. Alright, so there, and then I'll probably put it 5. And so actually, before I started recording, I was going to say this, but so you can take this as a big example for our ship, because our ship, it's not like Triumph where, here I'll show you, where there are this deck and then there's another deck right there and then there's a smokestack. Instead, it's going to be more like the Valor where there's this deck and then the smokestack. That's pretty much what it's going to be, but instead of a basketball court here, this is going to be an extra pool. So that was sort of my design that I was thinking of doing. So I can fill in a wall right here. You'll see what we will do with this in just a moment. So actually, I'm thinking maybe we should do 4 because that allows us to have an entire room for an entire sun chair with blocks on either side, so it looks a lot better. And then this will be the pool, and then we can have the smokestack. Probably I'd like to have the smokestack right there. You see that lifeboat? That's, yeah, right there. So that lifeboat here. So I'll line it up with the balcony deck because I like doing that. I think it looks better overall. So this is where I would like to have the smokestack. So I'm gonna have it line up all the way with this lifeboat, and then you'll see, hopefully that lines up. I like to have this a little bit at the end here, and that gives us enough room for whatever you want to put there, whether it's a pool or it's the tower for the water slides. Sorry, I'm clicking a lot. Sorry about that. But yeah, so we can continue on here. This will be the pool, and I'll go ahead and remove it so you can look down. And then yeah, alright. So I was about to say you should watch out because there's going to be an elevator lobby here, but actually on this ship there isn't, because I made the decision that there's only going to be 2. So there's going to be 1 over there and then 1 right there. So we actually don't have to worry about that. So we can continue on here. And when you have like retractable roof styles, I like to split the glass up into 3 parts, or 3 block sections. So we'll probably have 4. So that should probably be good. Unless we do 5, but I feel like that'd be a little much. No, I think that's actually good. Alright, now we can get rid of this altogether. And we can actually get our glass. Nice little car sound effect right there. That was great. Alright. So, this is... Yep, that's about it. So, that should be good. And then we can follow that design over here. Let's go up 2. Have it all line up. Alright. Fill all this in. And then stack it down. Oops. Fill that in. And then also add the actual deck. Or the actual wall here. Alright. And so yeah. And then now we have that. And then actually, let me do this. Alright, there we go. So you have that. And then from there, in between there, it's going to look a little weird, but it's probably just going to be a little hangout area. With some sun chairs and such as. Now we can stack this up. So that will be where the smokestack goes. And we can actually probably put that in right now. Might as well. So get some blue concrete. And there's a lot of different blocks you can use here. I usually just use blue concrete, but you can use stuff like cyan concrete. I've seen people use clay, or I've just seen people use normal wood. Personally, me, I like blue concrete. And then also, if you're using World Edit, I don't know if I've gone over this before, but you see down here, I don't know if you can see my cursor or not, but you see 25111. So that is 251 is concrete, and then there's the colon, and then there is the other number. This is blue. So 11 is blue in World Edit. It's Minecraft IDs. They actually got rid of them back in like 1.12, but it still works. They just don't have them for new blocks. But stuff like concrete, wood, and you probably see me using it throughout, and then wool, which is 35, but all the colors are the same. So 35:11 would be blue wool, and then for wood, 1 is spruce, 2 is birch, 3 is jungle, 4 is acacia, and 5 is dark oak. And then 0 is normal oak wood, and then 0 is white for colored blocks. So it's just a very good thing to learn. It's good to learn the IDs, because you want to type out. You don't want to type out like blue concrete every single time. Just doing that, you know, it's a lot easier. So it's just a good trick that I learned early on. It's like 10 years ago, but yeah. All right, so we have that, and now we can either put in the smokestack, or we can do the radar tower, whichever one we want to do first. I think I'm gonna do the smokestack. So smokestack, I'm just gonna copy and paste from over here because I really don't want to build a new one. So actually, this is a really good smokestack building design. I'm actually gonna redo the one I was doing and do this one because I think it looks a lot better. Can I turn this off? All right. So for your smokestack, you can do whatever you want. This is just the one I do in all my ships, and I don't want to build a new one because that would look wrong. So yeah. And then, I already rotated it. All right, I just rotated it because it was facing that way, and I need it to face this way. So here we go. All right. I'll just continue it on here. I'll make it fit. Okay, that. Man. All right, I gotta. My fault. Come on, work. Thank you. And actually get rid of this because that's the old logo. And typically on Smokestack, you see the like Royal Caribbean, you see the giant crown on the side of it. My logo's not a crown, but I'm trying to remember what it looks like. Oops. Alright. I think it's just... it should be this, and then add the nether warp block in the middle. And that's what it looks like. So it's hard to see with black concrete, man. God. I'm only gonna put it up one. But typically, you might see the... I know they do this on Carnival where they add an incline behind the actual smokestack. So I'm gonna add that because that's how it was on Triumph. Alright, now we can get our iron bars. Put them all around here. So, yep. And then I'm also going to get my dire white wall. And again, it's unfortunate. Alright. Wow, one block off, that's sad. Alright. And that lines out, thankfully. Alright. It's a little annoying, but it's fine. So there is the smokestack. Yep, you want to pretty much right around there, either 2/3 of the way down or 3/4 of the way down. Works pretty well. Although nowadays you see a lot. They have the smokestack like halfway down the ship, and I think it looks ridiculous. Like I know in I think Virgin Voyages they have that. I think it looks stupid, but now it's time for the radar tower. So I'll show you what a radar tower looks like. It's this. Basically makes it in so they can communicate with everybody. Because when you're out in the middle of the ocean, well, you kind of need, big radar to actually communicate with people. So, and obviously it does other things. Like they have these, I forget what they're called. I think Doppler radars. The big circles you see, or big spears you see. So we're gonna build it. You get a general shape of what it looks like here. So you're really only gonna need these 3 blocks. And yeah, do that right now. So I'll build a new one just because. So I'll start it right here. Goes up. Probably that much. I think. All right, maybe 2 blocks down. And then typically they're in the shape of an arrow. And then they'll have these wings coming out at the end. And they'll have that one, and then they'll have this leg coming down. And then you connect it with some slabs. Alright. All the way down. Like that. And then continue it here. Just fill in the gaps. And yeah, actually messed up there. Oops. Here. Alright, this wings will probably a little too much. I'm gonna add, actually no, I'm gonna add a stair on this end. Actually, I'll make this slabs. And I'll add some iron bars on the top. And I'll make this a stair, so it has an actual slope going down. I'll add stairs on the inside too. And then I will add a giant structure going down the middle. And yeah, that's pretty much your radar tower. And then obviously you're gonna have other stuff on the top here. This, I'm gonna get an iron block like that, and then a nice little button. And then I'll also have, you have your radars up here like that. And yeah, that's your radar tower. Actually looks pretty good. Actually, that might actually be a little big for this ship. Yeah, I think that's a little big. Alright, well, there's a simple fix to that. It's called world edit. I'm just gonna copy it where I want the top to be. Place 0. And then just do that. And now that's way too small. Good job. Alright, up here. That's a perfect size. Yep. Alright, so that's your radar tower. And yeah, now you can see, it actually kind of looks like a cruise ship now. So I said we're going to finish the upper decks. That does not involve doing entertainment, because entertainment is a completely different thing. This is just laying out the upper decks and all that. But back here, if you've ever been on a cruise, you know back here they got all this stuff. Like they have a giant flagpole here. But then they also have, like, right here, another one. Where's my iron block? There it is. Alright. And you got the stuff surrounding it. Make this all quartz. Alright. There we go. Alright, now we can build the radars. The big old radars. So I'm going to try to remember what my design is for these. So I'm going to build my first one here. I'm going to try to remember what it's like. I think it's this. This is a little small, actually. Alright, just try to make your best sphere that you possibly can. Well, it's definitely a sphere, right? Yeah, it's that. Yeah. So I'm gonna put it one block in the end there, so I'm just gonna move it up using world edit. Alright, there we go. And give it some nice little legs. And then I'll copy and paste this in a couple other areas. Need these. Alright, we can move over here. So typically they have them here. Like right here. And then we can just copy and flip it because I'm lazy and I don't want to rebuild the other side. Like that. Oh, that's a little big actually. Especially for that area. It shouldn't be bigger than the radar tower, right? Yeah, wow, the ones on the ship are tiny. Did it look like that on the finished ship? No, I never noticed that. I hope it didn't, because that's embarrassing. Right? Wow, they were small on this ship, jeez. Alright, well. In that case, I'm just gonna get rid of that one and then make a smaller one. So you have the large main one in the back, but we can just put a tiny one here. So tiny ones look like this. So that's a small one. And then, oh, you should also put your iron bars down. It's probably important. Alright, we can get our walls. Ah, come on, work. Thank you. Okay. Again, in threes, and then if it doesn't line up perfectly, it doesn't line up perfectly. It's fine. There you go. Now I can flip the entire thing, and that will do it for this episode. And then the next one will be on the elevator lobbies. So there you go. That is what a cruise ship looks like. And one last thing, actually. Let me get my iron block. Okay, you know what? Never mind, actually. I'm going to leave that for the next video, but they do have this little... They do have that. And then that thing here. So, you've seen the mooring lines, or the sort of like ropes they have in the air. If you've seen a ship, they hang lights from them and flags on like the port days. But, so it pretty much goes from here to here, and then typically they have like a line or a pole going up right here. I think it would look better if it actually lined up like right there, and then without a marker here, and it should line up with the very edge of the smokestack, which it doesn't by one block, which is amazing. But that should be fine. So, yeah, that does it for this video of my little tutorial. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, of course, leave a like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want. Next video, we'll be starting the interior. So, I'll look through it, just as like a little overview of what we did. So, this is what it looks like. And yeah, we have a general shape of a cruise ship. So, of course, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm not sure if it's going to be a tutorial video or another video, but we'll be continuing this series in a couple days. I'll see you guys. Goodbye.